what is compact sedan? Well, the terminology says that a sedan or a car which has been derived from the hatchback and turned into a sedan version of it is called the compact sedan. Well, today I have the Honda Amaze, which first generation model was derived from the tiny hatchback called the Honda Brio. And today we are going to see the second generation facelift model of the Honda Amaze. So I'm Tigor, you're watching Auto Talk. Let's get on with it. Some cosmetic changes has been done to this facelift model, which I would like to draw your attention towards is first of all the LED treatment on the headlights. Well, it gets the LED projector along with the LED fog lamps. The DRS has also been revised, but the cost-cutting part is the indicator bulbs happens to be halogen. Now moving on is the grille of this car. Well, I also know that it kind of reminds of the Honda Accord, but still looks good on this particular car. And then as we move down towards the bumper is not that much changed. However, the chrome garnishing has been changed, so it looks kind of fresh in terms of design languages. So yes, this is pretty much it from the front side of this car. And talking about the main heart of the matter is the hood. Underneath we have two engine options with two gearbox respectively, and the one is the petrol 1.2 liter inline 4 and the another is the 1.5 diesel engine. However, they both are provided manual as well as CVT. So first in segment, Honda has provided CVT gearbox channeled with the diesel engine, which is first in segment ever, along with the paddle shifters in petrol only. So yes, this is pretty much it from the front side of this car, and now let's see the side profile of this car. So now talking about the side profile of this car and what drives my attention towards is first of all the rims. Well, they are exactly the same that we saw many times in the Honda City 4th generation, and to be very specific on the V variant. So that happens to be 175, 65, 15 inches, but the cost cutting part is the space saver spare wheel, which is not an alloy and it is a steel wheel and 14 inches. So moving on, we get this electric ORVMs, and then the ground clearance has been increased by 5 mm. So now the ground clearance is 170 mm, and the wheelbase happens to be as same as the almost 2.5 meter. However, for a compact sedan, you get very good amount of legroom in this car, so no doubt at all. And then everything is pretty much same apart from the shark fin antenna that has been fitted to this car. So yes, this is pretty much it. And now let's see the rear passenger seats of this car. Now as I'm in the rear passenger seats, and first of all let me just remind you that this is a compact sedan, but it still provides good amount of legroom. First of all, the seats are all the way back, but I do get good amount of legroom for my feet to go further and back. Scooped out seat back magazine holders and good recline angle for the seats at the back. Well, the interior has been completed in beige, so you get that airy feeling. However, there is no sunroof, but if they would have offered it, it would be very great. And for more comfort, they have provided center armrest with twin cup holders, but the cost cutting or the biggest omission is that you don't get adjustable headrests at the back. So that's a great disappointment, but it's very good for a compact sedan, and the doors open quite wide, so you can go in and out very easily. But the problem is, whenever I go out or get in, this roof line always hit my head, so that's a bit of a problem. But still, rest in terms of practicality, well, it has massive door pockets on 4 doors, so it's very good in practical bits. And the window area is also very good, so you don't feel any claustrophobic feeling sitting inside the rear passenger seats. So yes, this is pretty much it from the rear passenger seats. And before getting into the driver's seat, let's see the boot space and the rear part of this car.
So now talking about the rear part of this Honda Amaze facelift model, what the cosmetic changes that we observe is first of all the tail lights. Now they are LED, but the indicator and the reverse lamp happens to be a halogen. And then moving straight away to the lower bumper, we get the chrome fitting, which is new and kind of subtle addition in the lower bumper of this car. So yes, this is pretty much it. And talking about the boot space, so now talking about the boot space of this Honda Amaze facelift, and first of all we get 420 liters of boot space, so it is quite more than adequate boot space for a compact sedan. And underneath we have a space saver steel wheel, which happens to be a 14 incher. So yes, this is pretty much it from the rear part of this car.
So now as I'm in the driver's seat of this car, and first of all, the interior is as same as before. The cosmetic changes have been done, such as the brushed aluminum plastic finish over here on the doors and as well as in the interiors. And the major change is in the drivetrain. Well, the diesel now gets the CVT gearbox, however, it has not provided paddle shifters, it is only available in petrol. So it gets paddle shifters, automatic headlamps, keyless go, engine start stop button, and talking about the speedometer cluster, well, it is all analog unit with a small MID which shows many information such as the instantaneous fuel economy, range, odometer, twin trip meters, clock, a fuel meter and a temperature gauge. So in terms of features, it is quite loaded. And then we get the 7-inch DigiPad 2.0 version which has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto and many other connected features. So yes, it is quite feature loaded and spacious. So now let's get driving. The one I'm driving is the 4-cylinder petrol engine 1.2 liter, which is channeled with the 7-speed CVT gearbox with the paddle shifters. And now talking about the drivability of this car, well, as the car is very silent and with the help of the pedal shifters you can switch gears in just no time, and it is quite fun car to drive, nimble, agile, light. So this is a perfect city touring car. And even the Honda Amaze has been provided a diesel variant along with the CVT, which is first in segment ever in the Indian market. So a next step taken in the diesels with a CVT by the Honda. So yes, it is a very well put together car. The suspension is very good. It is not that much soft, neither much more stiffer. So in terms of ride, it is quite soft. You can have that comfortness while driving this car, whether you are on a highway or on a city traffic. Apart from the elasticity of the CVT gearbox, with the help of the pedal shifters, and you can drive it in a sport mode, you can actually feel the gear which has been changing very swiftly and correctly into the slot. So that's a very good thing. It provides you a proper feel feedback of every gear if you are driving on a manual control. And if you want to extract more power from this engine, then put in the sport, and then you can have that sudden power which you always expect from this 1.2 petrol engine. So Honda is providing two engine options with their automatic and manual transmissions. And here are the drivetrains. So yes, this is pretty much it, and I hope you like this video, and if you did, then please give it a like and also share this video to your car enthusiast buddies. And I'm Nitya Chauhan signing off. Bye bye, take care.